6 tricks that won't secure your Wi-Fi and 6 that will. Thanks to Jason Fitzpatrick for his helpful article, which prompted this video. Please read his full article on how to geek at the link listed. There are a lot of Wi-Fi security tips that don't secure your Wi-Fi network against intrusion. So skip them and focus on the security-enhancing tips and tricks that do. Like anything related to computer and network security, quite a few often repeated Wi-Fi security tricks don't help at all. Here are the tips and tricks you should avoid, and an equal number you should be sure to use. Let's start by looking at the tips and tricks that don't do much or anything at all to secure your home Wi-Fi network. Not only do these tips do little to nothing to make your network more secure, they can make it a hassle for you and everyone else in your household to use the network. Hiding your Wi-Fi network name. If there were an award ceremony for bad security tips, the advice to hide your Wi-Fi network's name, the SSID or Service Set Identifier, would surely be the Lifetime Achievement Award winner. Changing your Wi-Fi network name is about as effective and security-wise as taking off a name tag at a social mixer and putting a new name tag on. Anyone paying attention certainly won't be fooled. MAC address filters. You'll waste a bunch of time managing the lists, and anyone trying to gain access to your network will just spoof an approved device or bypass your security another way. Disabling DHCP assignment. Do you know who becomes the DHCP server when there is no DHCP server? You do. It's a huge waste of time to turn off your DHCP server and manually manage every assignment. Assigning a static IP to every device. Save the static IP address assignments for when the times static IP addresses make sense, like assigning a static IP to a server or to a particular device that inexplicitly won't play nice with your router's DHCP server. Using an overly complex Wi-Fi password. Practically speaking, there's not much difference between a passphrase like Wi-Fi is awesome or FRQ4G blah 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 blah, so on and so forth, except how much it frustrates you to type the latter into your smart TV using the remote. Get the idea? Now let's get to the Wi-Fi tips that will actually secure your network. If your Wi-Fi router is ancient, replace it. We are always trying to save money, but if you want to save money on tech, then do so by using your old iPad for as long as it gets updates, or keeping your smartphone for an extra year before upgrading. Don't skimp on your router. Frankly, the role it plays in managing and securing your network is too important. Start fresh with a new SSID and password. Setting up your network from scratch is the surest way to kick everyone that doesn't belong off your network and ensure only the devices and people you want have access. It's a hassle, sure, but if you're taking the time to overhaul the security of your Wi-Fi network, then it's worth doing it right. Update your router's firmware. If the manufacturer has current firmware updates, install them. And if the last update to your router was years ago, you should consider upgrading your router. Use a WPA2 AES or better Wi-Fi encryption. WEP, WPA, and WPA2 TKIP are all insecure. You should instead use WPA2 AES, which has not yet been deprecated, or better yet, WPA3 if all the devices on your home network support it. Set up a guest network. Guest networks make it easy to keep your main network secure by handing out what amounts to a temporary password to visitors. To avoid common issues when setting this up, follow the tips offered at the link listed. Disable WPS and UPnP. As a general rule, you should disable any features on your Wi-Fi router you are not actively using, especially if those features have known vulnerabilities. It's up to you to make the choices that better secure an old router, but it's far better to recycle your old router, replace it with something new, and lock down a current router with up-to-date firmware instead. Stay safe. Stay secure. Secure your network and router. See you again soon. Bye-bye, and thanks for watching and listening.